The day we've all been waiting for is finally here. It's race day. The Brazilian Grand Prix has hosted some of the most important races in Formula One history. And I've got a feeling today will be no different. Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
You're in second place. It's Verstappen ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Your pit window opens in 15 laps time. DRS is now available.
Man, I'm out, guys.
Copy, John.
Gap to your teammate behind is 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're sitting in 7th, and the time last lap was a 1:13.9. Yellow flag. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 12.6. Okay, they're building a lead of 0.6 a lap. Come on. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:13.4. Hamilton behind, and the gap behind us is 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 13.8. Okay, so the last lap time was a 1:13.6. ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 3.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 13.3. All right, at the moment you're losing 0.3 a lap. Come on, dig in. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:13.6. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay, you sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Hamilton's behind you now. We're leaving the car behind by 2.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind. 4.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1 minute, 0.2. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.6 seconds. You're in second place. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, car behind trailing us. 5.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. We're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, 2 stops left now, 2 stops. That's P7 now, P7, it's Perez ahead of you. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 7.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs, Magnussen's behind. Okay, push, push, gap to the car behind, 3.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 23.0 seconds. Pit window will be open in 17 laps time. Pit window opens in 17 laps. Oscar is into the pit lane. Oscar in the pits. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 9.6 seconds. Verstappen stopping now. Fantastic stuff, really well done. That's first, P1. Gap to your teammate behind is 12.8 seconds.
What the Lando, we have possible front wing damage.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will have a major impact on performance unless you box for a new one. Tyre condition still looking good. Understood, stopping this lap.
Box! Lando pit lane!
Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy. And that's us in 10th position. Stroll ahead, and gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, Hulkenberg's behind you now. Our gap behind is 2.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The distance to the leader is 28.3 seconds. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps, and that's 49 laps to go. Teammate ahead is 0.1 seconds. Albon just ahead, push for that position. Okay, gap ahead is 2.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1.0. Fastest lap is a 1 minute 12.2. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 11.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:13.4. 1.2 seconds advantage per lap. Keep going. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 10.2 seconds. No rain expected for the time being. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Place. You're in 8th place. It's Perez ahead of you. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 8.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. That's Albon behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 5.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 27.8 seconds. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. 43 laps to go. ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 13.8. 1.2 seconds advantage per lap. Keep going. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 6.4 seconds. Catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Car in front is 2.7 seconds. Oscar ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:15.5. This is brilliant. You're taking 2.5 seconds out of them each lap.
He just crashed into me.
We see.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Oscar's coming in for his stop now. Okay, so the car ahead's come in and fixed the soft tyre. Okay, Leclerc's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Behind, and the gap behind us is 1.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 20 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute, 0.3. You're increasing the gap gap on the car behind by 5/10 a lap. Provide you with that information right now. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Sat in P8, well done. Our gap to the car in front is 3.3 seconds. They're all fresh softs. Albon behind. We're leading the car behind by 0.1 seconds. They're all fresh softs. Our gap to first place is 36.5 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Alright, 31 laps to go now. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.9 seconds. Okay, gap to the car behind, 0.0 seconds. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.1 seconds. Gap to the next car is around 3 seconds. Leclerc is behind you. Okay, car behind trailing us, 15.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:12.5. Okay, last lap time was a 1:12.4. Behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Oscar's ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:12.9. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap.
Stop the car, park the car, critical message. Car is safe, I'll explain after.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear. You've got P7, 7th place. It's Perez ahead of you. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 3.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Oscar's behind you. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 38.2 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 24 laps to go. Okay, good work. Great pass. P6, you got P6. Alonso's ahead of you. And gap to the car in front is 3.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Perez behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. The distance to the leader is 39.2 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 22 laps left. Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds. You're in P5. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Alonso behind you now. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 38.4 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 19 laps to go. Hamilton ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 17 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1 minute 13.7. Okay, so you're gaining by 8 tenths. 8 tenths. Oscar is into the pit lane. Oscar in the pits. The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Okay, you sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 18.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, push. Gap to the car behind. 19.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Lap at this point in time is a 1:11.5. We don't currently have the data for that request.
I need blue flags. idiot doing?
Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 20.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 11.6. This lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Russell behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 18.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Your last lap time was a 1:12.2. Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Currently sat in 6th. Alonso ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Perez is behind you. Our gap behind is 4.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 44.3 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 13 laps to go. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. clever, you made it look so easy. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. Time last lap was a 1 minute 13.4. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Dirty air of the car in front, let's get past them. The car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form, let's make the most of it. Currently in P3, Sainz ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 47.3 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 7 laps to go. Okay, we lost the position, trying to keep focus. 5 laps of fuel remaining. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 48.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:11.7. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on. Okay, so the time last lap was a 1:11.7. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. A second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff. You're in second place. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 47.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Russell behind. Okay, the gap behind is 5.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Final lap. Push, push. That's Chris.
P2.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.